Welcome to my video for the Chamonix World Cup. I'm back in the UK now, getting ready for some rest and training. Yeah, I really hope you enjoy it. It was an absolutely incredible comp. I've heard so many good things about this comp in the past, so to compete there was so surreal, and I really hope you enjoy it. Morning. Nice view to wake up to. We're going up on the ski lift. It's a rest day today, so we're going to go up and take a look at the view. Apparently it's incredible up there. Yeah, we're going to do that in a couple of hours. Should be a good way to spend the rest day, and yeah, I'm psyched. It looks really good up there. I've just got the start list for the competition and I'm climbing 5th, which I'm really happy with. Previously I've been out quite late, so it's been a long kind of morning and then finishing quite late in the day. So going to be finished nice and early tomorrow. Going to go to the venue now and then have a look at the routes, go through them with my binoculars, watch the speed qualifiers, and then come back, get an early night as I'm climbing quite early tomorrow. I think I'll be climbing my route at like 9:20 or something. So a bit of an early start, early night, and yeah, I'm psyched. Qualies, let's go. Warm up done, psyched to get on the routes. They look really good. Not long now, about half an hour. Gonna watch the first couple climbers and then head around and then get going. Route 1, it climbed very steadily. There weren't many risky moves. I thought it was very kind of old style, and just if you had enough endurance in the tank, then you'll be good in it. I reckon around the grade is probably 8B+, AB+, 8C, that's what these routes usually are. But I felt really good in it at the top. I felt like I had a lot of I had a lot of juice still in the forearms and I was recovering quite well. And I managed to do the top move, which was meant to be a bit of a throwover, a bit more statically because I could pull in a bit more. So really happy about that. Just done the first route, really happy I managed to top it. Gonna go head back, chill, get something to eat, and yeah, hope the sun doesn't get too hot, which it will. Everyone went really well, I felt really good. I managed to top it, I felt pretty in control. So came back here, got some rest in, and now it's time to head back to Route 2. Looking at Route 2, it's got a lot more dynamic moves in it, like big moves to kind of good holds that you just have to commit for. They're not necessarily hard, but they're committing. So it's going to be really good to take some of the points I took from Villars, which were to be more confident on risky moves, and then take them into this second qualifier route. So the plan is to get on it, be really confident, go for the moves, and yeah, hopefully find myself at the top. But yeah, psyched. And then qualified 2 was completely different style. It was big moves, some weird drop knees, big holds. It was a bit hotter by this point in the day, so the holds are a bit more sweaty. But I managed to top that as well. Yeah, just big moves, had to be confident. I took a lot of the points from Villars, which I said I was going to take into this competition, and those key points were be more confident on big moves and just don't hesitate. And I think I did that really well. I climbed it pretty quickly. It only took me 4 minutes, I think, which isn't too long because it's quite a long wall. And I felt really good on the top. Maybe this route was a bit easy. Maybe only around 8B for this one, actually, but had quite a lot of tops. And yeah, really happy to be going through to semi-finals with the 2 tops. Finished my qualies, now watching F1 qualies. Nice to come back and chill out and be able to watch this. I really enjoy it. I got 2 tops, which is my first tops of the season. My first actual World Cup tops, Lead World Cup, so I'm really happy. Turns out only four of us have 2 tops, so nice to be in that top group, really psyched. I said before the route that I wanted to go into it being really confident and go for the moves and properly feel like I belong on that route. And I felt like I took those points from Villars and really put them into use here. I felt confident on the routes, felt really good and managed to get 2 tops. The semi-finals are tomorrow. I'll be out quite late. Only 4 of us have 2 tops, so I think I'll be coming out 24th due to the world rankings. If most people have 2 tops from qualifications, then it goes in the overall world rankings who comes out first. So I'll be coming out 24th, a bit of a wait in isolation. Wake up tomorrow in ISO for 9 o'clock. Round starts at 10, I think. So I'm really excited. I can't wait to give everything and really hoping for a hard semi-final route. It's an absolute incredible wall here in Chamonix. I've never been to Chamonix before. I've only ever watched the competition online, and I've always heard that the crowd is incredible. And today, qualifications, I was a bit shocked how many people actually gathered in that square to watch the qualifications. Usually qualifications can be a bit of a slog. No one's really too psyched, and it's just something you have to go and do, but it was insane. The crowd was really big. Everyone was psyched. Everyone's having a good time. Nice weather. Really nice backdrop, great venue. Hoping for the same in the semi-final, which I'm sure it'll be this and much better. Heading down to isolation in the morning, you could tell it was going to be a really hot day. You could just see that there was not many clouds. The weather forecast was saying it was going to be really hot and humid. So preparing for that, we got to isolation. It was pretty busy. You've obviously got all of the women and all of the men, all of the coaches, all of the teams, the physios. Isolation now for me is really kind of a routine. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing when I get in there. I know the plan. Liam and Rachel, the coaches, are really helpful. Rachel normally goes front of house and Liam makes me circuits, boulders. For example, today I went in there. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I did my offer warm up. I did a light circuit and then I went on to some harder boulders that Liam set for me, and then a harder circuit and then a bit of a rest. And some lighter climbing, and then ready to go. It's an interesting place in ISO. It's really important to really stay in tune with your process and not look at what everyone else is doing, because especially when you're quite new on the scene, it can be really easy to get sucked into a warm-up boulder and get yourself a bit too tired. So it's really important just to trust your process and do whatever you can to get yourself ready for the route and not look at what anyone else is doing. There's quite a funny saying that it's never won in the warm-up. Coming out for the route was incredible. It was by far the best semi-final route I've ever tried. I absolutely love the style. It was crimps, there was really interesting sequences. The setters put in some really cool sequences in there. I really enjoyed the climbing. It was just incredible. Just fighting on crimps, pinches, everything that I love. The start moves were just more to get you a bit pumped. There were crimps, it was quite easy climbing, but really important to go through that quickly and efficiently, not hesitate, which I think I did I did well in. The boulder problem in the middle, I pretty much improvised when I got there. I know, looking back on the semi-final now, obviously I don't know this at the time, but a lot of people who went feet first like I did actually came off, and it was better done as a drop-down campus. But happy I managed to get through that and fight my way through it. Maybe a bit too much energy. I had used a bit too much energy to do it that way, but you're there and you have to make a decision, and you either make a good one or a bad one. But yeah, I managed to climb through it, so I'm happy. Normally I'm more for all the campus cut loose type stuff, but I actually went for the feet first this time, which I don't know what I was thinking. I just need to go back to my primitive ways and just campus everything, maybe. Maybe that's the beta. And the head wall was just such a nice time. There was some really small crimps up there, which really was a great test of endurance. And I just can't tell you how much I enjoyed climbing on that head wall in front of that massive Chamonix crowd. It definitely doesn't disappoint. After all the years of watching this comp online and hearing about how great the crowd is, it didn't disappoint. My favourite move on the route would be you go to a really small crimp and then you have a drop down into an undercut and then a move out. That sequence on the head wall was just such a pure test of endurance after some really hard climbing before that. And I was really happy with how I did in it. I managed to get it and then slowly come into the undercut and then go out, and it felt really controlled and I felt good on the wall. What feels incredible is going through to the finals in first position with Surato and Raku from Japan. I was at the Youth World Championships last year with him. He was first and I was second. It's just been such a great time going through these competitions with him, and yeah, it's the first time I think we've been 1-2, so let's try and keep it going for the final. He's a really nice guy. I've really enjoyed competing with him. I absolutely can't wait for finals. Finals is going to be incredible. The Chamonix crowd for semi-finals was mind-blowing. Looking at it for the speed finals as well, it was mind-blowing. I just really hoping for an endurance route, something. I'm happy for anything. I think just being on that stage and climbing in front of that crowd, no matter the route I get, it's just going to be a really great experience. It's my last competition before the Bern World Championships, and I'm just going to go and give it absolutely everything. It's going to be a great time, and I absolutely can't wait. Going into the final, it was a strong field. There was some big names in there. You got Alex Megos, who's obviously a competition legend. Young guys like Surato and Raku from Japan, and then Colin Duffy, Sam Havasu, who's been performing really well recently in lead. Yeah, so it was a really stacked competition. Just seeing the crowd was absolutely mind-blowing. It was huge. The whole of Chamonix had built into this almost courtyard in front of the competition wall, and it was packed. So you just look out and then you just see people. The atmosphere was just incredible. Everyone was so psyched. I knew going out to observation that yeah, this is going to be a good comp. No matter how it goes, climbing in front of this crowd is going to be like an experience, and I can't wait to get on with it. I came out for my go. I got stuck straight in at the start. There was a bit of a weird slabby pull on, which I didn't really like. So I checked out right. There's a nice little foothold to like bear down on, and I thought, wonder if I can just use that and then get a high foot. And yeah, it worked out well. It started out with a bit of a weird sequence actually. So you go up through with a weird toe hook, and then you do a really easy jump to a pocket, which is quite nice just to get you kind of mentally prepared. It's really nice that the setters kind of put jumps like that, which are really, really easy, just to, you know, it gets the crowd going. But yeah, I did that. And then after that, it was up through some really small crimps. Important to keep the feet engaged, keep the core in. Did that, and my focus here was just trying to climb it relaxed and smoothly going through this first bit. And then into some massive Rock City pinches where there was a really cool move where you cross under, go out. The route properly zigzagged around the wall, which was really nice. There was a lot of moves on it. So going through these big pinches and then some more nice climbing. Right now it's just about trying to keep yourself relaxed and composed and not pull too hard. The moves were quite simple to read. So going through that, and then I was approaching the kind of the scary move of the route. The setters also like to put some scary moves in routes every now and then, and this was particularly, it was a big one because you couldn't quite see what you're going for, but you set up with two on a big slopey sloper, which is actually quite good because you get a left toe locked in, and then you had to launch up to a pocket which was blind. It was around the volume. It was a really good pocket, but you couldn't you couldn't quite see it. I hesitated a bit. I was not really hesitation, more getting myself prepared. I eventually go for it, and then I nail the pocket, take a really nice swing out, and the swing out was really nice because you hit the pocket and you can totally relax because it's so good. And then yeah, the crowd gets all hyped. Going up the head wall, I was feeling really good. I was really psyched. I managed to get a really strange rest with my right arm, gastoning the volume, which was really nice to get a little shake of my right arm before heading into the top section. So got that, and then it was into the last couple moves of the route. And by this point, I was like, yeah, I'm going to top this. I'm feeling really good. At the top of that wall, turning around and seeing, it was probably like 10-15,000 people just cheering. It was, in that moment, you just don't really know what to think. Your body just starts going crazy. It's just such a nice moment, and I still can't believe that it all built into that kind of last big route, and I managed to top it in front of that huge crowd. It's such a surreal experience. Finishing the final route in Chamonix, it was all a bit mental. In Brixton it was a bit mental after the final climb. In Chamonix it was no different. So coming down, my heart's still beating. I get rushed off to go do some interviews. I managed to get through those with my heart beating and still a bit pumped, still in a bit of disbelief. And it's just so nice. I get to see my parents, my team, everyone's so psyched, the coaches are so psyched. And it was really late at night, the whole crowd was there, and just a really nice moment. What was really cool is being in the cool zone and then having the IFSC president and like Marco Scolaris come up and congratulate me. But the coolest part was being in there with Yang Kim, the absolute legend of the sport. 30 gold medals now. She was so nice. I had a bit of a chat with her about competition, and she's so genuine. I'm so happy for her to come back after having a baby and then winning a World Cup gold. Like, that's absolutely crazy.
Representing Great Britain, Mr. Toby.
Oh, I have no words, honestly. I have no words. I just gave absolutely everything. My voice is just destroyed. Just totally no words. That's what I'm trying to do. What was really nice is finishing the competition, we get out of the venue and everyone from the crowd had basically gone to the nearby bars to go buy drinks and stuff. Obviously I finished my competition, it was 11:30, 12, and I was hungry. The coaches were there, they were hungry. We walking through Chamonix trying to find somewhere to eat at midnight. All these drunk people going, oh well done, congrats, all of the psyched crowd. It was so nice. We managed to find this local French restaurant which was really accommodating. Sat down there and chilled out for the rest of the evening before heading back and then getting to bed. Final route, final climber, storytell ending. It's moments like that why I do all the training and why I put all the work in. It's so nice to have that experience in Chamonix. It was an incredible time. It was my favorite comp of the season so far, I'm saying it. Best lead comp of the season so far. Yeah, let's say that. This is my 10th World Cup, and have a gold in both lead and bouldering, I can't quite believe it. If you told me that at the start of the season, that I would have a gold in lead and boulder, I wouldn't have believed you. There's not actually too many people who have golds in both. You've got Adam Ondra, Schubert, I presume you've got Colin Duffy, Sean Bailey, but to join that kind of group just feels so nice. It's why I put all the work in, and yeah, it's nice when moments like that come together. Coming out to climb the final route, I didn't really feel nervous. It was almost just so much excitement. These routes that you get to climb are just so incredible. For me, I absolutely just love climbing, and I love just trying different climbs, and to be able to climb these routes in front of these crowds is just such a privilege. Yeah, I do all the training, and then I almost earn the right to get to try these incredible routes in these awesome places, awesome venues. I feel like my physical shape in Villars and Chamonix was the exact same, but the difference from Villars to Chamonix is that I took a lot of points from Villars, which held me back almost, and then applied those to Chamonix. For example, these routes are about executing and relaxing and finding the flow and not using too much energy and being confident on dynos and really just mastering a route in the observation and then just executing 100%. And in Villars, there were times where I was pulling too hard, I was a bit hesitant, maybe was a bit nervous, coming off the back of Innsbruck, where I thought maybe I wasn't in the best lead shape. I learned a lot from that competition, and then I was able to apply that in Chamonix, because in Chamonix I felt a lot more relaxed and almost more of a lead climber. I was on the routes, I was feeling relaxed, I was going through the moves smoothly, I was thinking about it move by move. I wasn't thinking about all of these external factors. I think that a lot of the mental differences really played a big part, so I'm happy that I was able to apply those in Chamonix and get the result that I was hoping for. Yeah, that was it. Chamonix World Cup is done. Time for some rest, a bit of training, and then back for the World Championships. Next couple of videos, I'm going to try and get some training videos out, which will be really cool. Got some hard training planned, a lot of psych setters, coaches, be some good training content, and I'm psyched. Thanks everyone for watching the video. I'd just like to say a big thanks for all the messages that I've received. My Instagram after the competitions, I really like responding to all the messages. I really appreciate all the support, but sometimes it does get a bit hard. There was a lot of messages and it's hard to respond to everyone, but just huge thanks to everyone. And if you're enjoying the videos, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more of it. And yeah, I'm really enjoying making them, and I hope you enjoy them.